Picture this. A thick fog rolls over a sleepy American town. The streetlights flicker, casting long, eerie shadows that dance and twist in the mist. A chill wind whispers through the trees, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and something else. Something ancient and unknown. America, my friends, is built on a foundation of folklore and mystery. From sea to shining sea, stories of the strange and supernatural have been passed down through generations. Tales of haunted houses, whispering cemeteries, and creatures that lurk just beyond the veil of reality. Today we're diving head first into the heart of these mysteries. We're talking about the kind of legends that make your skin crawl and your heart race. So, buckle up, grab your flashlight, and maybe a security blanket, because we're about to embark on a journey to uncover the truth behind America's strangest urban legends.
All right, let's kick things off in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where the legend of the Mothman takes flight. This isn't your grandma's fuzzy moth fluttering around a porch light. Oh no. This thing is said to be a towering humanoid figure with glowing red eyes and a wingspan wider than a car. I mean, come on, that's nightmare fuel right there.
Now, the Mothman sightings began in 1966, and let me tell you, people were straight up freaking out. Witnesses reported seeing this crimson-eyed behemoth lurking around an abandoned munitions factory, which, let's be honest, just adds an extra layer of creepiness to the whole situation. Some folks even claimed that the Mothman tried to communicate with them, which, personally, I'd be drawing a hard line in the sand on that one. No thank you. But the story gets even wilder. You see, some believe that the Mothman's appearance is a harbinger of disaster, a sign of impending doom. And wouldn't you know it, shortly after the sightings began, tragedy struck Point Pleasant in the form of the Silver Bridge collapse. Coincidence? I don't know, man. I'm just asking the questions. We're talking eyewitness accounts, grainy photographs that'll make your hair stand on end, and even some experts who believe there might be something more to this winged wonder. Is the Mothman a real cryptid, a figment of our collective imagination, or something else entirely? I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm not saying I believe it. From the hills of West Virginia, we journey to the depths of the New Jersey Pine Barrens, a sprawling wilderness with a bit of a reputation. I mean, it's called the Pine for a reason, right? This place is as eerie as it gets, and it's home to a creature that's the stuff of local legend, the Jersey Devil. Now picture this, a hoofed monstrosity with leathery bat wings, a blood-curdling scream that could shatter glass, and a taste for, well, let's just say it's not a vegetarian. This thing is the unholy offspring of a witch and the devil himself, and it's been terrorizing the Pine Barrens for centuries. They say the Jersey Devil was born way back in 1735, the 13th child of a woman named Mother Leeds. Yeah, 13th child. You can see where this is going. Anyway, the story goes that this unfortunate kiddo was born deformed and cursed, transforming into the winged beast we know and fear today. The legend of the Jersey Devil is so deeply ingrained in local culture that it's even been blamed for everything from livestock mutilations to strange noises in the night. And let me tell you, there have been reported sightings over the years. We're talking farmers, hikers, even police officers who claim to have come face to face with this creature. So, is the Jersey Devil just a scary story to keep kids out of the woods? Or is there something more sinister lurking in the shadows of the Pine Barrens? I mean, I'm not saying I'd want to run into it on a dark night, that's for sure.
Now hold on tight, because we're about to venture into a place where the tracks are cold, the whispers are plentiful, and the air hangs heavy with the weight of tragedy. Moonville, Ohio.
This abandoned mining town, now reclaimed by nature, is home to what's considered one of the most haunted railroads in America.
We're talking about the Moonville Tunnel, a dark, echoing passage carved through a hillside that's become a hotspot for paranormal activity.
Legends say the tunnel is haunted by the spirits of those who met their untimely demise on the tracks, their souls forever bound to the site of their passing.
One of the most well-known tales is that of a brakeman who lost his life in a tragic accident.
They say he can still be seen wandering the tracks, lantern in hand, searching for something or someone.
And as if that wasn't enough to send shivers down your spine, there are stories of a ghostly locomotive that races through the night, its spectral whistle echoing through the valley.
Some say it's the spirits of passengers from a train wreck that occurred decades ago, doomed to relive their final moments for all eternity.
People have reported hearing the screeching of metal, feeling a sudden drop in temperature, and even capturing strange lights and figures on camera near the tunnel.
Is it the residue of tragedy, the echoes of lives lost, or something more intentional?
Whatever the case may be, one thing's for sure, the Moonville Tunnel is not for the faint of heart. From ghostly trains, we shift gears to a place where silence reigns supreme. Welcome, if you dare, to Dudleytown, Connecticut. Now, this isn't your typical bustling New England town. In fact, you won't find a single soul living here, and for good reason. You see, Dudleytown is considered one of the most cursed towns in America. Legend has it that the town was founded by the Dudley family, who were, to put it lightly, cursed. We're talking accusations of witchcraft, treason, you name it. It seemed like misfortune followed them wherever they went. And as the years passed, the town itself seemed to absorb that negative energy, becoming a breeding ground for tragedy and despair. People started reporting strange illnesses, crops failed, and whispers of dark figures lurking in the woods began to spread. It's said that those who dared to spend the night in Dudleytown were plagued by nightmares, strange occurrences, and an overwhelming sense of dread. Eventually, the town was abandoned, left to crumble under the weight of its own dark history. Today, all that remains of Dudleytown are crumbling foundations, overgrown paths, and an eerie silence that seems to hum with unseen energy. Some say the curse of the Dudleys still lingers in those woods, a malevolent presence that watches and waits for unsuspecting visitors. Is it the power of suggestion, the weight of history, or something more sinister at play? Well, that's for you to decide.
Hold on to your hats, folks, because our final destination takes us deep into the heart of Tennessee, where we encounter a tale that's as chilling as it is bizarre.
This is the story of the Bell Witch, and it's not your typical double toil and trouble kind of witch. This entity was the real deal.
Our story takes place on the Bell family farm in the early 1800s. It all started with strange noises, objects moving on their own, you know, the classic haunting starter pack.
But things escalated quickly. This unseen entity, which the family dubbed Kate, developed a particular fondness for tormenting John Bell, the patriarch of the family.
We're talking relentless taunting, physical assaults, even poisoning. This was a full-on paranormal beatdown.
What makes the Bell Witch story so unsettling is the sheer level of detail and consistency in the accounts.
We're not just talking about spooky whispers and flickering lights here. People from all walks of life, including prominent figures of the time, visited the farm and experienced the witch's wrath firsthand.
Even Andrew Jackson, yes, Andrew Jackson, reportedly encountered the witch and hightailed it out of there. If it's got Old Hickory spooked, you know it's legit.
So what was the Bell Witch? A vengeful spirit? A manifestation of dark energy? A supernatural bully with a bone to pick?
The truth, as always, remains elusive. But one thing's for sure, the legend of the Bell Witch continues to send chills down spines even to this day.
Well, there you have it. 5 of America's most bone-chilling urban legends. From the winged terror of the Mothman to the haunting silence of Dudleytown, we've journeyed through some of the darkest corners of American folklore. Did any of these stories send a shiver down your spine? Have you had your own brush with the unexplained? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm always up for a good scare. And hey, while you're at it, if you enjoyed this terrifying trip through America's underbelly of mystery, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There are plenty more legends to uncover, mysteries to solve, and maybe, just maybe, we'll encounter a cryptid or two along the way. Until then, sleep tight and don't let the Mothman bite.